Welcome back to part 2 of our Mexican night. And this is our carnitas. It has come to a boil and we are letting it boil. And just let it go. It may look like it's violently cooking, but being that this is pork butt, it can take the assault of the cooking process because it's not going to overcook. And when all is said and done and all the liquid's gone, what's going to happen is the pork is going to be sitting in its own fat, and then we can pull out our bits of aromatics and orange peels and grapefruit peels and let it brown in its own fat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make avocado salsa. Salsa de aguacate. And I'm going to go grab my secret ingredient, which I'm going to talk about. First of all, we're going to talk about our ingredients here. What I have here is I've roasted off about a half of a cup's worth of tomatillos under the broiler, 1 serrano chili that's also been roasted, 4 cloves of garlic, and about a third of a cup of onion that's been roasted. And we're going to put this all in this little bowl. Get rid of like this here. Just press it down a little bit. And we're going to add a little sprinkle of salt at this point. And also going to add we're going to put in about 2 tablespoons of water. Now we're going to blend this. Just using the immersion blender, blend it smooth. Get the right tool here to straight down. Blend. Put it up on speed 2 and continue to let it blend. We want to get this as smooth as we can before we proceed. Continue to blend. Everything's getting around the blade, so we'll just move it out of the blade. There it goes. Get it well blended. This takes a little time. You could also use a cup. Something like this container would be fine too. But get it really smooth before we proceed here. I'm going to stop at this point and add another 2 tablespoons of water. Oops, sorry. That was a mishap. We'll just continue on here. Just going to put another 2 tablespoons of water in here. Excuse the little mishap here. There we go. There we go. Now it's blending out pretty good, so that's fine. Okay. talk about our secret ingredient here. Shut this off for a second here. This is our secret ingredient, powdered vitamin C. This is going to keep everything green, and we're not going to use any citrus juice in this recipe. So we're going to put about a 3/4 of a teaspoon of our vitamin C in here and get it blended in. And the other ingredient here is cilantro. About a tablespoon of cilantro leaves, which we will grind. Just let them process in here. You could also chop it and stir it in, but we're going to grind it with everything until it's finely processed. And then we'll get our avocados. Just check the consistency here. This is the perfect salsa for carnitas and can be used for also as a great dip for chips. Okay. I'll halt it at this point here. Take a look here. There's a little bit of chunkiness, but that's nothing important here. Now we're going to put in a little more salt, and we are going to taste it at this point. It is pretty spicy. This point, what we have right here, this is salsa verde. This could be easily, we're going to put a little more salt. This could easily be used as salsa verde. But what we're going to do is avocado salsa, so we're going to pull this out of the way. And now we'll get our avocados. These are our avocados. Nice ripe avocado, and we'll just scoop it out. Make sure they are ripe. Okay. For this amount, we just need 1 avocado. You can multiply this recipe. This is probably the smallest amount of salsa you would want to make. I wouldn't have this recipe because then you got a half an avocado you got to deal with. So. And then we'll break it up. And we're also here going to put a tiny little sprinkle of our ascorbic acid, powdered vitamin C, and a dash of salt. Because what the ascorbic acid is going to do here, it's going to keep this bright green. And this will stay bright green for at least 3 days, if not longer. Get it well blended. I like it very smooth, so, but you could leave it a little chunkier if you like. Get it, just work it into a smooth paste, as you can see. Now we'll grab our mixture here. I'm actually going to go ahead and give this a little more blending before I stir it in to our avocado. Just wanted this salsa base to be a little smooth. And it'll spoon easier all the tacos. Let it blend. Excellent. Now we can stop this process. And next, we're just going to add our green mixture in here. Scrape it all in. And it's best when making stuff like this to use non-reactive container. Don't use an aluminum bowl or something that's going to cause problems. Now we'll get our bowl out of here and we'll give this a stir. And just stir it in, and then we'll give a final taste test. more salt. The other secret behind the vitamin C powder that we use here, what it does is it lets all these ingredients and their own acidity shine through. Rather than using a lime or a lemon, it makes it taste like lime or lemon, or orange if you were to use orange. So this is our salsa de aguacate. Just keep it chilled until ready to use, and it's delicious. And it cuts the richness of our pork. And we'll go back to our pork here. As we can see, the liquid is starting to reduce here. And just keep it over that moderately high heat and let it go. It's going to be imbibed with that beautiful citrusy flavor and herbal flavor from our Herbas de Olor. And a little bit of sugar in the Coca-Cola will cause the pork to help brown it while it's at the end. So now we're just going to continue to cook that. And when we come back in part 3, we're going to make rice, Mexican rice. And we'll see you then. Stay tuned.